welcome. Just starting sitting comfortably, letting your shoulders relax, letting your back and your neck lengthen. Let your chin tuck slightly toward your chest, just feeling the back of the neck stretch out. Feel each sit bone making contact with the mat and the edges of your feet. And then noticing the breath. Noticing if you're breathing shallow or deep into the chest, the belly. And see if you can expand it a little bit. Taking a little slow, deep breath to feel the chest, to feel the belly. A slow, intentional exhale. Feeling each part empty. Inhaling, just filling the lungs, the belly, and letting it go. Okay, let's keep this focus here for a few moments. Slowly beginning to add movement through the neck. Maybe making that movement bigger. Starting to let it travel down the spine. Letting the chest start to circle as well as the neck. So drawing the chest forward and back. Little circles in the upper back. And then making this even bigger, bringing those circles all the way down to the low back. So the whole body is kind of circling over the hips. Starting to release that tightness from the night. Any stiffness or soreness that might have built up. Beginning to let it just release here. And letting yourself circle back the other way. You can make it even bigger if you like, really dipping down, leaning back. We'll take one more circle here and then meet in the center. And let the legs open up into straddle. Give yourself a little side to side movement. Just noticing how that feels in the hip, in the back of the leg. Good, let's move to one side. We'll stretch the arms out long. Really reach the fingertips as far as you can without letting that opposite hip lift off. And then bring it out the other way, pressing opposite leg and hip down. Good, take your reach back the other way, and this time we'll let the hand come down. We'll take the other hand to really just drape over the head. Feeling that stretch all the way up our lats, all the way up our side to our fingertips. Reach that hand out into the middle of your mat and lean forward. Walking the other hand to meet it. And then your opposite hand reaches out as far as it can to the side, making this wide angle here. And lift up into that side lean on the other side. And bring it back to the middle. And we'll slide the legs together, give them a little shake out. Let's move over to all fours. And we'll take it to our cat-cow movement. So inhaling, we'll let the back sway and the belly round toward the mat. Cow. Exhaling to cat, arching the back, press the mat away, chin toward chest. And then just take it back and forth, nice and slow. Good, meeting up in cat pose in that arch position. Press the mat away, feel the shoulders get a nice little stretch, the chin falls toward the chest. And then press the hips back toward the feet, child's pose. A few long breaths here. Good, let's lift up all fours. And tuck the toes, downward facing dog with the hips piking toward the ceiling. We're going to start to just walk the feet. Give them a little pedal out there. Both knees will bend deeply. I'm going to press into the hands, draw my belly toward the thighs. Feeling that stretch deep in the upper back. Good. Coming forward, let's step between the hands and release into a fold. Little rock, side to side, ragdoll. And slowly rolling our way up to stand. Take a breath as you feel the back uncurl, reaching the hands to the ceiling. Exhaling, we'll take a little lean to one side. Let the opposite hand just drop down your leg, reaching toward the floor. And then bring it back to the middle. And lean out to the other side. Opposite hand comes down, I reach. Back into the center, reaching tall. Hands behind the head, elbows are gonna open wide. Take a tiny back bend, just letting the elbows fall open. Chest reach forward. Releasing the back bend, we're gonna step the left foot to the back of the mat. Bring it down flat. Front knee is gonna bend like warrior one. And we're just gonna close the elbows together, come forward like humble warrior. And then come up, open the elbows wide and take a little back bend. Forward, humble warrior, closing the elbows together. And back, open the elbows wide. Good, straighten the leg, let the hands release. We're gonna press the palms up toward the ceiling, keeping the fingers interlocked. Take a breath in, reaching for the ceiling. Take a breath out, hinging forward from the hips, reaching the palms toward the top of your mat. And then just release the hands to the mat, falling into your pyramid pose over that right leg. Drawing the chest toward your thigh as best you can. Good, let's bend that front knee. Step the foot back, downward facing dog. Coming forward into plank. Exhaling down. Inhale, lifting cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hold there a moment. You can walk the feet again or simply press the heels toward the mat. Let's come forward into fold. And then a slow rise up. Taking the arms up. Hands interlock behind the head. Elbows wide. Little back bend. Good. Standing tall, spine comes back to neutral. We're going to step the right foot to the back of the mat. Foot comes flat, warrior one stance, elbows wide. Forward, humble warrior, closing the elbows. Good, lifting up and back. Humble warrior. Lift it up. And take the palms up to the ceiling. Straighten your front leg. Hinge from the hips, reach forward through the palms. Reach, reach. Good. Hands releasing down toward the leg or the mat. Pyramid pose. Good. Bending the knee. Step the foot back. Down dog. Take a little walk with the feet. And then let's bring the knees down as wide as the mat. Big toes come together. And I'm going to press back wide-legged child, letting the chest sink toward the mat. Let yourself grow heavy. Feeling the body sink between the thighs. On the next breath, we're going to lift up and walk the hands back to bring ourselves into a wide leg hero. So sitting back toward the feet. Top of the head reaching for the ceiling. And we're going to open the arms to a cactus. So draw the shoulder blades together. Spread the fingertips. And twisting out to the right. Reach your left hand across toward that leg. And then give a little pull to help open you up a little bit more. Coming to the center, I'll cross that right arm over toward my left leg. Curve the back away, chin to chest. And then lift the arms, let them wrap together, eagle. Lifting up to the knees. Elbows coming off the chest. Little back bend. Trying to keep the hips up in line with the knees. And then coming into neutral, big circle around with the whole upper body. Other way. And sitting back down toward the feet. Unwrapping the arms, moving to that cactus again. Let's twist to the left. Reach the left arm back. Right arm for your left leg. And then a little pull into the thigh to help twist the chest open. And take the cactus a little bit deeper. Good. Coming to the center, I'll cross that left arm over right. And then lift. Eagle. Little back bend. Come to the center. And curve the back, elbows coming toward the belly. And then lift all the way up to the knees. And take the same again. So a little back bend. Curve in, elbows coming toward the belly. Lift up, little back bend. And curve down. Good, one more. Lift up. And curve down. Coming back up to kneeling, we'll release the arms, take a stretch up, Release those shoulders. We'll bring the hands to the mat. The toes are still together behind us. We're going to tuck them and then lean back into the feet, taking it to our balanced butterfly. If you're feeling stable there, you can start to lift up. Maybe find the sit bones meeting your heels. And an active little press of the knees out toward the sides. Kind of open up those butterfly wings. Good, last breath there. Let's bring the hands down. And we're going to sit back into cobbler, soles of the feet coming together. Once again, drawing the knees actively down toward the mat. Give yourself a nice long spine and then hinge from the hips, coming forward toward a cobbler fold. Good, and moving our way back up. Let's take the hands out behind us and we'll bring the feet onto the mat. Give the knees a little rock, side to side. Let the feet be wide so you can really press each knee in toward the mat. Good. Coming into the center, and we're going to walk the feet wide away from each other, and then drop the knees in toward the center. Feeling that stretch in the outer hips all the way down into the knees. Good. Release. So just let the legs stretch out long in front of us. Give yourself a little pulsing stretch in the direction of the toes. And then lifting up, we're going to move into our fish pose. So my hands are going to come back behind me, fingertips face forward. And I want to kind of line the fingertips up with the bum. I'm going to roll the shoulder blades together as I bring forearms down. You see this nice little space underneath my back. I'm going to lift my chest up to the ceiling. If that's feeling good, I'm going to keep lifting through the chest as I bring the top of the head down toward the mat. Maybe the feet want to lift up here. If the feet are lifting, maybe we can release the hands. Keep trying to find the space in the low back, bringing the belly, the chest toward the ceiling. Lovely job. Now we'll bring the arms back down. And then tuck the chin to the chest. So bring your head down and your feet to the mat. Let's take the arms into a cactus here. Bending the elbows, opening through the chest. And give the knees a little rock to the right. And just hold there for a couple of breaths. Now we'll move this twist a little bit deeper. I want you to just keep the backs of each shoulder blade down to the mat and stack your left knee on top of your right. Letting that hip really lift away from the mat. And then if this feels good and you want to take it even deeper, extend that top leg and let it anchor toward the floor out beside you. Keeping the left shoulder flat to the mat. If the shoulder lifts away, we just take it a little less deep. Coming back to the knee or even separating the legs again. Good, let's bring the leg back over. Step both feet to the mat and rock them both to the left. Right now, knees are separated. Just feeling that twist first, drawing that right shoulder flat to the mat. If the twist is feeling good, I want to go deeper, then I'm stacking right knee over left. And if that's feeling good, keep that right shoulder down as you extend the right leg and anchor out even more toward the left. Should feel this stretch from our back, behind our rib cage, across the side, all the way down to the hip, all the way down to the toe. The leg is extending. Good. Bend that knee back in if it's extended. We'll bring the legs into the center. Give yourself a little rock side to side. Now we're going to start to circle the knees, kind of massaging that low back. And bring it back the other way. Bring it back to the center, squeeze the knees toward the belly. And then lift the legs up toward the sky. Let's flex the heels, coming into our waterfall. Good, now we're gonna let the legs part. Just start to stretch them apart from each other as far as the hips will allow. And bring them back into the center, waterfall. And knees bend toward the belly. Take a breath. And then stretch the legs back up, waterfall. And start to move them apart from each other. And take it back to the middle. And bend the knees, sink them to the belly. Good, let the feet come down. I have to end the class a little bit short today, so we're gonna go ahead and move into Shavasana from here, letting the legs stretch out. Letting your arms rest wherever feels comfortable. They could come to your sides, you could remain in cactus. Even lifting them up and back to the floor over your head. Let the back of your neck relax so the chin can tuck slightly toward the chest. And let's just enjoy a couple minutes of breath and stillness. Without any pressure to solve, plan, to work, or produce. Letting our awareness come back into the body, back into the space. Before you move, sending out a bit of gratitude for this incredible body, for all that it's capable of. All the places it continues to change and grow every day of our lives. Sending out gratitude for your beautiful minds, for the connection that you can bring to your body, to your breath, and for the choice to do something for yourself, showing up on the mat this morning. And with that, we'll just gently start to move. You can rock the head side to side. Give the hands and feet a little stretch. Take a big breath, reaching the limbs out in all directions. And then we'll step the feet onto the mat. And just give the knees a little rock side to side. And when you feel ready, just slowly making your way back up to seated. Giving the shoulders, the neck, whatever needs a little bit more release, the movement here. And then we'll just bring the hands into the heart, thanking ourselves and thanking each other for showing up to our practice today. Have a beautiful morning. Namaste. Thank you. Have a great day.